समझ में आ गया तब, लेकिन साला कुछ समझ में नहीं आ रहा है ना क्या हो रहा है इधर बक्सोली। मेरा तो भर गया। कंडोवेंट का नामो निशान मत डालना अपने एक्सपीरियंस में। किसका? कंडोवेंट का। क्यों? तुम कंडोवेंट में थोड़ी काम किया हो। अच्छा हाँ, कोलाबेरा में थे ना। कोलाबेरा का देना। अरे कंडोवेंट का दिए ना, उल्टा 5 साल पैसा पेलेगा ना तुमको, तो दोबारा साले आईटी में जाके पाओगे। कोलाबेरा का देना, बोलना कंडोवेंट मेरा क्लाइंट है तो कोलाबेरा मेरे पैसा जाएगा, कंडोवेंट में नहीं जाएगा। हटा देते हैं सीवी में से। क्या? कंडोवेंट डाले हुए हैं उसको हटाओ मत। हेलो 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 हेलो। कौन है? अबे वही ट्रेनर। खा लेते हो बे, अजीब लग रहा है मेरे को। नमकीन कुछ चाहिए मालूम तो। खत्म हो गया क्या? खा पी के खत्म हो गया का मीठा मीठा करके साले हम यहाँ बैठ के। बच्चा को HTML पढ़ा रहे थे। बच्चा को HTML पढ़ा। हेलो
Hello. Give me 1 minute, 1 minute. Yeah, sorry. Yeah, open your thing.
Yes.
Okay. So now you understood the basic, I mean, things of your class. What is a class? Class is a collection of different data members, first of all. Okay.
Okay.
Give-
1 minute. You are the host, right? Can you give me the option to record?
No, I think you are already recording. It is already recording. It's recording now. It's recording.
Mm,
You can see
Please.
a red mark in the left corner top. It's recording.
Uh, oh, this one. Okay, we'll see.
It is recording actually.
Okay. Okay. Yeah.
So I'll request a control. Okay, just give me a control. Okay.
Yes.
Okay. So now basically this is your class. Okay. Class, and I will also, I can write a methods actually. Public void add. Okay. Int a comma int b. Or what I can say is, what I'll do is, yeah, this is just a function.
Okay.
Okay. And I can write one more method, public void details. Okay. So what I'll do is here, console dot write line. Okay.
Hmm.
What I'll do is I will print the addition value. Addition of addition is equal to, okay, just I'm concatenating my addition a plus b. Did you understand what I did
Yeah.
here?
Yes.
It's a console.writeLine. Console.writeLine means, so we use WriteLine to print on your console output.
Okay.
Okay, so I will show you what it is. So this is whatever the parameter value a and b I'm getting, right? I'm
Yes.
adding those two, okay, values, and I'm just concatenating that value. That means attaching. Do you know what is concatenation?
Yes. So.
So I'm concatenating with this addition string. Okay. Now here what I'll do is uh, console dot write line. Okay. ID equals ID. Okay.
Okay. So.
So name,
Okay.
name. Okay. Flag, flag. Okay.
Okay.
Salary, salary. Clear?
Yes.
Okay. Now what I'm saying is, what is generally a class?
Okay.
Class is a collection of variables, different variables with different data types. Okay.
Okay.
And functions. Okay.
Okay. Yeah.
So this is your class. Basically, all your variables are called member data members. Okay. Data members. And all your functions are called member functions. Okay. Okay.
Yeah.
Clear? So basically functions means methods. In object oriented, we call it as method. Function and method are one and the same. Okay.
Okay.
So basically class is a collection of data members and member functions. Generally, it means a collection of variables and methods.
Okay.
Okay. Why the class contains both variables and function together? What is the reason? See here. This is my display details. This is the function, okay, which
Yes.
internally uses all these variables for manipulation or some display purpose. So basically, what is the purpose of this function? To display all the details. Okay. So my function is utilizing these variables inside this function. Clear?
Yes.
So basically, a definition says a class is a collection of data members and member functions in which my member functions internally uses this data members for their manipulation.
Okay.
Okay. But in this case, I am not using any data. See, I am having so many variables. Am I using any variables inside this method? No.
Okay.
But I'm using this parameter, this function parameter. Okay, it
Yeah.
is not mandatory. All the methods I should use this variable. Okay,
Okay.
and let's say I don't have this method. Now I don't have this method. Okay, I'll just comment this. I don't have this method. Okay, I just need only this functionality. So in this case, I am not at all using these variables inside my function. Then what is the point of having this variables? I can just remove this, not a problem. I don't need this. Now my class contains only a method.
Okay.
It don't contain any data members. It is not compulsory that it should contain data members and member function. No, the class can contain either a data members or either a member function or both.
Yes.
Okay, so this is
Yeah.
your class. Now, how to access all this method? Now, what I will do is I'll come down. Here, I have created an object E here. This I will remove this. This I don't want. Okay. Anyway, I've just for yesterday's to make
Yes.
you understand, I've created that. Okay. Now, so E dot. See, I am able to access all flags, ID, name, everything. Okay.
Okay.
So what I'll do is ID, I will give a value 1, 2, 3 because it is an integer data type. And you have to keep it in mind. Whatever you'll just make a drop down list. See, what are the things which is highlight in a blue rectangle?
Okay.
You're able to see this icon, right?
Yes.
Blue
Yes.
rectangle. This is nothing but your variable. Okay. The icons which are highlighting in cube, like a square cube.
Okay. Yes.
Okay. It's a rectangular cube. It's just a cube actually. It's a box, maroon color box. This is nothing but your function. This indicates your function. It's a function. Okay.
Okay.
Now, since this is a variable, I'm just e dot id. I'm assigning 1, 2, 3. Again,
Okay.
e dot name. I'm assigning Nitin.
Yeah.
Okay. E dot what was that?
Salary. E dot.
Flag, right? Which is equal to true. E dot salary, which is equal to 25,000. Okay.
Yeah.
Now I have assigned all the values. Now I am calling this e dot display. Okay. So see here, my variables I am just calling like this, but method, all functions I supposed to call with open close bracket. Okay. So again, what I'll do is e dot add. There is one more add function is there. So this add function takes parameters actually,
Parameter.
input
So we
value.
have to pass
Okay.
two values.
Input value. Okay. Here I
Yes.
don't have any parameters. Okay. So what I supposed to do, I have to pass two parameters. What I'll do is It is an integer type data type, right? So if you open this bracket, you will get to know this. See here, integer, integer, two integer value,
Yes.
25 comma 35. Okay, I'm closing
Yes.
this. Okay, now control F5. See the output. ID is
Yes.
equal to 123, name is equal to Nitin, flag is equal to true, salary is 25,000, addition is equal to 60. 25 plus 35 is equal to 60.
Okay.
Got
Yes.
it?
Yeah.
So now this is my function where I have written a class where I'm accessing my class. Got it?
Yeah. Got it.
This is my class example, and these are all my methods. And do you know how to write a function? What is this function, return type, everything, parameters, everything?
I mean, function may return value.
Okay. Basically, I'll write one function. Okay. Public void uh, subtract int a comma int b. Okay.
Okay.
Console dot write line. Okay. Traction is equal to what I'm doing is okay.
Okay.
So this is my function.
Hmm.
Okay. In this function, this is called access specifier or access modifier.
Yes.
What is the purpose of access specifier? When should I use public, private, protected? You have three different access specifier. Actually, five different access specifier. For basic things, there are three. You need to understand three first. Those are very, very important. What are three basic access specifier? Public,
Public,
private, and
protected.
protected. Okay. I will tell you what it is, each and everything in your upcoming class. This means this is nothing but your function return type. Okay. What
Okay.
type of value it is returning? If you mention void, void means it is not returning any value.
Okay.
Okay. What does that mean returning? So you are calling this sub. Sub is your name of your function actually. And to this function, you are giving some two values. Okay. It is calculating. That is what it is calculating. Subtraction. It is doing subtraction and it is displaying.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, this is what it is doing. Now you don't want to display, you want to calculate what is the value of this, and finally what is the value you want to give it back to the caller. What you will do? So what you have to do is, in that case, this is not the line. Return, you have to return. Okay,
A minus B.
A minus B.
Okay.
Now what is the return type now?
So return type will be single value.
This should be integer.
Okay.
Got it? Because
Yeah.
I am taking this value, I'm doing calculation, I'm returning the final result. So what will be the final result? If you minus some integer with another integer, the final result will be integer only. Okay.
Yes.
So you are returning that integer. So that should be your integer data type. If you are returning string, that should be string. If you are returning other data type, that should be your other data type.
Okay.
Let's say if you are creating one object here. Okay. Example ex, which is equal to new example. So if you want to return this ex, okay.
Okay.
So what is the type here? What is the ex type is?
Ex is
Example. So your
example.
return type should be example. Got it?
Yeah.
That is how it is. So you give some value, it calculates and it returns the value. So if you don't want to return any value, just put it as void. Okay. So if
But
it is
what
void, you are not
if
supposed
I'm
to.
returning something, so only value will come, right? So a minus b value will come. How we will add that addition is equal to if I wanted to put it?
You want to return this entire thing.
Yeah, I want to return this
Okay,
entire
okay.
thing.
That's a good question. So now what I'll do is I'll just remove this. This I don't want. Okay. Okay. So let
Okay.
me remove this. You want to return only the so uh, return. Okay.
Okay, directly we can do that.
Subtraction is equal to, okay, I'm just concatenating to this a minus b. Okay. So totally what happens? This is a string. Okay.
Okay.
And you're also concatenating this value. This is totally integer and you have to convert it to string now. The total value are converting string. Now two strings are there. This is one string totally and this is one string.
Okay.
Okay. It got it subtracted a b from a, and then whatever the value comes, that value will be converted to string. Let's say you are
Okay.
passing 20 10. 20 minus 10 is equal to 10. So 10 is a numeric value, then it converts into string value. That's it.
Okay.
That string will be concatenated to this. So totally string is subtraction is equal to 10. So you want to return this string. Fine. That's it.
Yes, yes, yes.
Okay. Now if you want, you can just call this method. That string value will get here actually. E dot sub. Okay. Now this method returns some value 25 comma 15. Okay. No, 12.
Okay.
Let it be 12. So now this is returning a value. What value it returns?
So
String
it will return
result.
string.
So I'm just taking one variable. Whatever it value it returns, it prints it comes and stores here actually. So now I will print that console dot write line. Okay.
Yes.
Result. Now you see subtraction is
Yeah.
equal to 13. Got it?
Yeah.
Clear? So
Clear.
this is your class, methods, return type, parameters, everything.
Okay.
Okay. So this is your this thing. And now, do you know what is constructor?
Constructor, something we can define with copy constructor, parameter constructor without default constructor. It's a like
That
basic building blocks. Mm.
what is constructor? Simple. What is constructor? I'll take a new solution. Okay. I'll take a new solution now. What do you want to name this?
Construct. Great.
What is constructor actually?
Uh, Constructor. It's like a method only, but we don't have to specify with the data modifier, data access specifier.
Mhm.
I mean, public, private, protected. We don't have to define.
Okay, now tell me what is happening here.
You have created one class where you have defined one method called add, and down you are calling that class with new object variable ex, and you are accessing those methods.
Okay, now I will run this. What will be the output?
It
If
will
I run
be,
this, what?
it will, you have to pass a parameter.
Where is a parameter? My function doesn't contain any parameter.
Okay, then it will not give any output.
It will not give any output. So,
Mhm.
okay, okay. Like this, I'll just do. Okay. Yes. Tell me what is the output.
It will be only addition.
Hmm.
That's it.
After that, what will be the value?
Well, mm, there is no value in declaration also now taken. We are taking from user
Okay, I will run this.
0.
What is the value? 0. Why?
Why? Because we didn't pass any value to it.
Hmm. Even 0 also we didn't pass. Then why it is taking 0? Because, okay, here I will split like this, okay? Ex, okay?
Okay.
Okay, now I'll put a breakpoint here. Okay,
Okay.
I will run this. What is the value of Ex now?
Null.
Null. Okay, so when I instantiate this, what is the value of Ex now?
0.
0 and 0. Because when you instantiate a complex method, it will try to assign a memory. It will allocate a memory for A and B. Okay. Since it is a value type, it will assign a default value to this variable. Okay. What is default value? Default value means all integer data types. I'll write it here. Default value for all
Numeric data type.
numeric or integral types is 1, is 0.
Okay.
Okay. Integral data types means what?
Integer value. Integral data
Int,
type.
float, double. Okay. These are all integer because all these variables stores numeric types. Integral means numeric. Okay. So these are all. So default value of, if you don't assign any value, so default value will be 0. Okay.
Okay.
And default value for Boolean is false. Okay. Default value for string is null.
Okay.
Okay. Default value for any reference type. Okay. Reference
Okay.
type is null. That is this one.
Okay.
Okay. Before instantiation, this is a object type, right? Because this is a complex type. This is an object now. Okay. So the default value will be null. So once you instantiate this, so instantiation means you are assigning a value. So here all the default value will get assigned to A and B. Okay. So now you are calling add. So A plus B is 0 plus 0 is 0. Okay, you got this
Yes,
rule?
yes.
You got this
Yes.
rule, right? And now I want to assign A and B. Now, is it possible to assign A and B value here?
So we will do
Huh.
ex
Where is
dot
A and B?
add. A and B is not there. Ex dot add. There
Okay,
will pass opening bracket two values, 2 comma 3.
because this method don't takes a parameter. How can you pass a value? This is not, if it takes a parameter value int A, int B, then we are able to pass the value. But this method is not taking any parameter. How can you pass this? See, if you pass 10 comma 20, then you will get an error.
So ex dot add equal to 10.
Add equal to 10. How can you do that, man? This is a method. Now you don't have an options to access this. You don't have an action to access A and B. You don't have an access to add A and B because this is not a public. See, if I put a public here, now you see A and B are accessible. Got it?
Yeah.
So if you don't put a public specifier, now you're not able to set any value for those people, those A and B. Okay? Because by default, if you don't mention anything, this is nothing but your private. That means this is a private.
Okay, because it is within a class.
Yes, this is accessible within the class. So this is within the class. So this A and B can be accessible here also. Here. Okay. So now, since this is a private,
Then what is the reason to put private when we can access only within the class?
so now you are able to access within the class. So
Yes.
this is a private now. If you don't put private also, by default it is private. If you don't mention anything means it is a private
Okay.
only.
Okay.
Okay. That's why it is not available. Private data members cannot be accessed by creating an object. Okay. So that's why I'm not able to access. Now what I will do is, in order to assign this, I will write a constructor. What is that constructor?
Okay.
Public example. Okay. So in this case, what I'll do is int I comma int j. Okay.
Okay.
A is equal to I, B is equal to j. Okay. Now what I'll do is I'm creating an object, right? So
Right.
here I am passing 25 comma 35.
35.
Okay. Now
Okay.
I don't want to assign this. So now tell me what is constructor? Constructor is a function again, function or a method. Okay. It should be always public. Okay. It should be always public. Okay. First thing, first point is constructor should be always public. Second point is like other methods. This is also one method, but it says like return type, either a void or int, string, whatever it is. But your constructor doesn't contain this return type.
Yes.
Okay. So constructor is a method. It is always public. It doesn't contains the return type, and the name of the constructor is always name of its class.
Okay.
Okay. So this is, you cannot write something else. De something, if you type it, it will give an error. See,
Okay.
it
Yes.
is giving an error. So if you just type the same name, then it will go. So like a function, it can take parameters. Okay.
Okay.
And
Okay.
I'm taking high accessible within the class. Okay. So
Okay.
I value I am assigning to A, J value is assigning to B. Now, now, so how I'm creating an object to this. So since I have a constructor with two parameters, when I'm instantiating, right, that time I have to pass a value to these two parameters here only in the instantiation.
Okay.
Clear?
Yes.
So 25 and 30. So this is also add is also a method. Example is also a method, but I'm not explicitly calling example like add. See here I'm explicitly calling ex dot add. Am I calling ex dot example?
No.
No, because constructor cannot be called explicitly. It is internally called. When internally it calls, whenever you instantiate the class, right, it will automatically call in the background. Got it? Clear?
Yes.
You don't have to explicitly call this function. So this function, this constructor will be called automatically when you instantiate an object. Got it? So I will put a breakpoint here. I will show you one thing.
Study, work, roaming here and there, that's all. If I go home, I cannot enjoy, man.
Okay.
Yeah.
Now I will run this.
Why, if I go
See
home,
now,
nobody will allow me to come back.
now I'm instantiating F11. See in the background, automatically it is calling your constructor. So now 25 and 35 is coming to I and J. Okay.
Okay.
I and J. Now I and J are getting instantiated to A and B. Okay.
Hmm.
Now see, again I am calling add. Now what is A and B? Totally 60.
Six.
Okay. This is what is my output. Now it is displaying 60.
Okay.
Clear?
Yeah.
Okay. So this is my output. Now, what is constructor? We have to understand. First of all, constructor is a function. Okay. First point is constructor is a function. Second thing is it should be always public. So if you write, you can write a private method also, but constructor cannot be write public. It should be always public, and it cannot contain a return type. Okay. It cannot contain a return type, and name of the constructor should be name of its class, in which class it is available. So it should be name of the class, and constructor name should be same. Okay.
Yeah.
And it can contain a parameter also, or it don't contain, even though without a parameter means it's just a constructor, default constructor. Okay. So now tell me, what is the purpose of using constructor? So we are not calling this constructor, this function explicitly. This will be called automatically when you instantiate an object of this class. Okay. Whenever you instantiate an object to this class in line number 34, whenever you instantiate, automatically this constructor will be called. Now you tell me what is the purpose of the constructor.
So
So the main purpose of this constructor is to initialize a value
initialize the
to
value.
a non-accessible data members,
So
non-accessible variables. Got it?
okay. Yeah.
Why you want to assign this? Because you are creating an object, and after creating an object, you are calling a add function. So add function is using these two variable, but these two variable, how can I assign a value? Through constructor I can assign a value, because these two are non-accessible data members. That means private data members. So basically constructor is used to instantiate non-accessible data members or private data members.
But in line number 15, when we can declare public int a and b,
Hmm,
and in line number 34, where we
hmm,
can able to assign the value,
hmm.
then what is the advantage of using constructor?
Yes, what is the advantage of using constructor? This is very important question. So as I told you, constructor will be called automatically. We are not explicitly calling. Okay.
Okay.
So whenever you instantiate an object, that time only it will call. That time only these two objects will be assigned. If you don't call, if you don't instantiate, so this method will never get a instantiated value.
Okay.
Got it? You will never get a instantiated value. So only through this object, whatever you are creating this object value, with that object only, it will calculate and it will give you value. And now you can create one more object actually. Not only that, you can create one more object. So you just name it as exe1, exe1, exe1. Okay. Now you can just, okay, 0. Now you run. Each and every object will have its own value. 60, 55. You're calling the same method, same constructor, but your object is dealing with a different value. Got it?
Hmm.
Clear?
Yes.
So each and every object will contain a different value, but each and every object uses the same method actually to do all the calculation. Okay. So
Okay.
this is important. We are not writing each and every method for different values. So only object will deal with different values. Okay.
Okay. Okay.
Okay. This is the important, and even more information about this object class, you will learn it in upcoming classes.
Okay.
Got it? But the
Yeah.
main purpose of the class is what is it's a constructor is a method which automatically executes calls, I mean executes in the background when you instantiate an object. So if your constructor contains this one, okay, if your constructor don't take any parameter, okay, let's say you are instantiating 25 and 35 here only. Okay, now you don't have to pass this value.
Yes.
Okay, you don't have to pass this value, but every time, so every time you call add, it will deal with this value only these two value.
Okay.
See, every time 59, 59, but you don't want to deal with this thing, you have to explicitly call. So you just do these things, parameter. So it will work based on whatever the value you want. You can create one more object, pass your own value. So this function will work based on that.
Okay.
Clear?
Got it. Yes.
So this is your constructor, the main important things of your constructor. Okay. Any doubts?
No.
Okay.
Yes.
So any other stuffs you have? This is got clear, like what are all the default values available? Okay. So this also we can just check actually. What I'll do is let's take one mm, public int id. Okay, public string name, public flag. Okay. Now one is integer, another one is string, another one is boolean. Okay. Now if I execute this, I'm putting a breakpoint here. I'm not assigning any value to my string name, anything. Okay.
Okay.
Okay. Now you see. Uh, wait. Okay. Now you see. What is the default value of flag?
False. IDG.
Are we assigning anything to false? I mean
No.
flag? No, right? Because it is taking default value. Why? Because flag is a Boolean data type.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Flag is a Boolean data type. And see what is the default value of ID. ID, we are not assigning any value. ID is an integer, so it takes a default value. Name is a string, So we are not assigning anything. Default, it takes null. But A and B, we are assigning here by passing this value. So you're able to see those things. 25 and 35. Got it?
Yeah.
Okay. So this is your default value. So when you instantiate, if anything, it is a simplex type, it will take their default value. If it is a complex type, complex means reference.
Mhm.
Okay. So it always take a null. Okay.
Okay.
This is your this session. Okay.
Yeah.
I think we have another 5 to 6 minutes. So I have to jump on to the next one. So I don't think so 5 minutes is enough for us. We'll continue the class tomorrow then. Okay.
Yeah. Okay.
Okay, so you are comfortable, right? You are feeling like
Yeah.
you're understanding clearly what I am explaining.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
this is
Yeah.
completely practical, Nitin. Okay, if you understand this in a clear way, what is the purpose, why, all those things. Now I think you are getting a surprise. What exactly class? What exactly constructor? What parameter is? Variables? Everything, right?
Previously, I was doing blindly.
That's
Not
what
like
actually.
this.
So if you do blind, not only you, anybody, if they do it blindly, they are not able to survive. One or
Mhm.
another, they will end up with issue. Okay,
Yeah.
this is your things. Okay, so we will continue tomorrow.
Sure. Sure.
Okay,
Thank
and
you.
how about fees?
Yeah.
uh,
So I will be giving you weekly payment.
no, you have to pay me an advance actually, weekly, in the sense like you have to pay and start using the service. That is how it is.
Okay.
So weekly in the sense, see, I am taking a one-on-one, I won't be getting much. So if you pay me weekly means it will be a very less. So this
Mm.
course, my complete C sharp course is as a 15K. So you have to pay me at least 50% of that advance, and remaining after 15 days, once you complete 2 weeks, you pay me. Because if you pay me weekly wise, no, so it will be like 3.75. I won't be able to use it for anything. It will be waste for me, because I'm not
But
earning money
that
like in a batch actually. If somebody pays me 3,000, 10 members, 30,000, it will be good money for me. But here it's not like that. You will pay me only the half of the money. It will be very perks. So it will be waste for me.
so
So that's
either
why
I can pay hourly charges that it would be beneficial for me and you if you want.
no hourly
Our
charges in the sense I didn't get you.
hourly charges means advance 7 days I will pay and then 7 days classes I will take or 5 days classes and in between if I get amount and then again I will pay.
No, hourly is 2 weeks. I mean, I'm asking 2 weeks actually, because here also you're paying like hourly only 2 weeks. I'm just asking. I mean, it's completely course package. It is completely course package actually. The complete
Okay.
course is 15K, so you're paying 15%, 50% of that means, so till the off of the course you will not going to pay. Off of the course, then you will pay the remaining. So that is how usually you do, right? If even if you go to any of the training centers, so
Yeah.
they will not give you allow you to make installment. They will ask you to pay. Even if the amount is 30, 40,000, then they will give you two installments. But here it's not the case, right?
How
Because
much you are
even I
asking? I
should.
mean, let me.
No, that's why 15K means 50% of that 15, because it's for the entire the course. So sometimes if you go on session wise, no, it will be problem for you only. The session might take even 40 session also, 50 session also. What you will do then? You'll keep on paying 20,000, because
Okay.
you stick to this. Because here there is no limitation. Because if you didn't understand this one of the session upcoming down the line, one of the session, if you didn't understand, you can ask me to repeat again. So I'll do that. So like this, it might go more than 30 or 40 sessions. So at that time, every sessions you need to pay. That is again a problem for you only. Okay, you will going to pay more. Here only the thing is, you will pay in advance and you will finish it. If any doubts, anything, you will finish it in whatever uh, the thing you have paid.
Okay.
That is what is. And only thing is, I'm also requesting for a benefit, because if you pay weekly means it won't be helpful for me.
Okay.
That's the only thing. It will be a small perk, right? Because I am not taking this class for more than, I mean, five people or 10 people. If that would be the case, I would have, I mean, even 2,000 into 5, it will become a 10,000. That will be a good money for me. but one by only one means it will not be useful, right? So it will go like as it is. I won't be able to save it. So that's why I'm asking. Okay.
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 So how you're planning actually?
So we'll continue the classes and I will arrange money today.
Okay, today. So are you using phone pay?
Phone Pay? No, I don't have Phone Pay. I'll ask someone to transfer because I don't
Okay.
have right now. So
Okay, okay.
I'll ask
So
someone to transfer.
the same number, my same number, you can just use my phone
Okay.
pay. Okay?
Yeah.
Okay then. Yeah, fine.
Thank you.